Sadhguru, what's wrong with our politicians? In so many… I'm just… the most basic question, right? In so many of our countries, and I think in many ways India is similar to Kenya, very vibrant countries, you know, alive and brimming with opportunity. We know what we must do, and we just never seem to be doing what we know that we must do. Why? Why? What's wrong?
See, I'm not saying many nations around the world, I'm not saying the best of men have reached leadership. No, it's not true. We have chosen a democratic system largely in the world. What this means is, in Tamil language, democracy is translated as Jananayakam. This means people are the leaders. That's what it means. This means one among you, if you're willing to go through the works, you could become a leader. That's what it means. Oh, come on, Sadhguru, where do I have a chance? Well, that's what it means. That one among you, if you understand the system and you're willing to go through the works that it takes to get there, you could get there. Well, right now India has set a huge example like this. A boy who was selling tea in a railway station is our Prime Minister today. I'm not bowing down to the man, I'm not made like that. But I'm bowing down to this possibility, a boy who was selling tea in the railway station. He could even aspire to become a Prime Minister of such a large nation, which is a tremendous thing. Never before possible in the history of this humanity, isn't it so? Never before such things were possible. So that's what democracy means. But are we actively making use of it? That's another thing. Most people, I don't know how you are in Kenya, I don't have the numbers, but I'm sure more than 60% of you or more than 40% of you don't even go out and vote. Yes? So, that is just one day in 5 years. Even that you can't do. But democracy does not mean just casting your vote. Democracy means there are many instruments in the system that every day you are supposed to exercise. You are supposed to rule. You have appointed somebody to do the job, but you are supposed to rule. But you think it's his job to do. Well, he is doing it the way he knows it. You must be okay with it, you shouldn't complain. When you're unwilling to take responsibility for your own well-being and the well-being of your society and your nation, you shouldn't complain, isn't it? Because you're only sitting down for dole-outs. This is what you get. A beggar shouldn't complain, isn't it? You are not behaving like a leader, you are not behaving like a Jananayaka, a leader, a people being leader. People are not behaving like leaders, are they? They're behaving like beggars. When you behave like beggars, you should not complain. You can crib in your corner, but you cannot complain because you have no right to complain, because you are not exercising the instruments of democracy as you should. Like in India, we have a saying, you only get the kind of leadership that you deserve. For in many ways, we've been indolent. We've been sitting back and, you know, in India this is a thing, I'm sure in Kenya also. If you go to a tea shop, anywhere, India is full of tea shops, okay? If you go to your tea shop, the guy who's selling tea, making probably 50, 100 cups of tea in a day, that's his job, he will tell you how Prime Minister should function.
And he knows.
He knows.
And he has… yes.
No, he knows.
Yes.
And he not only knows that, if you know some cricket,
Yes.
he will tell how the Tendulkar, whoever, how he doesn't know the batting technique, how he should bat, all right? He has advice for everybody. Only problem is he doesn't know how to make good tea. This is a serious problem. Everybody knows how somebody else should do their job, but they don't know how to do theirs. So in a democracy, though all of us are responsible for the nation, the first and foremost thing for us to do is, whatever we are supposed to do, we are supposed to do it really well, not just for my well-being, but constantly being conscious that this is for the well-being of my nation and my world. If this is not there, there is no democracy. There is only feudalism. You are a feudalist essentially, I'm saying most people are feudalists. Only thing is they don't have a following. And the moment, even when it comes to voting, this has happened in every nation, most people are voting in a committed way because of their religion or community or caste or creed or party lines. They're committed votes. If you go to United States of America, Republican, Democratic looks like two different religions and it's committed. They have two different gods. A committed vote means democracy is ruined. Democracy can only happen if there is a considered vote. Every time it is a considered vote. If you vote for somebody, who your family votes for, you should not even know. That's what a secret ballot means. Now, if all of you decide together and go and vote to one person, that means there is no democracy. Feudalism in the guise of democracy.
I think you're starting to untap what's going on here. It's really fascinating. I want to take it a little bit deeper in, and you know what's interesting, Sadhguru, is that in Kenya, a lot of people do vote, right? We have very high… Interestingly enough, we have high voter turnout.
How much? 60–70% what's your voting?
Actually, I would… yes, it's 75%,
Good.
yes. Which is possibly in the world is one of the most
Once 75% of the people start voting, this means you will get the leader that you want. This is what changed in India. Our voting percentages were just hovering around 50. The moment it led to over 70% voting, I think we are getting leaders that we want slowly.
So the problem we still have, and I want your comment on this, please, Sadhguru, is the fact that for us, the vote almost has become so important that the next person's rights become irrelevant. And what I want and how I want it. Haki yetu, isn't it? But not haki yako. Haki yetu is my rights, but we don't say your rights too. We almost feel like we can trample on your rights to get ours. What do we do in a society like this? How do we rebalance?
See, I know when people spoke about civil rights, they spoke about it in an extreme condition of apartheid or in an extreme condition of injustice that was happening. That's a different thing. But in any society, the moment you talk about your rights, the moment you talk about your freedom, I think you're heading for ruin anyway. Because you have freedom only to the extent you're responsible. Instead of talking about what is my responsibility in making this happen, if you think what is my right, all you're seeing is how to milk your society or your nation to your benefit. It's not going to work. Then once we start milking, there will be somebody else who is capable of milking it better than you. When he milks it better than you, you say, oh, he's doing wrong things. No, he's doing it better than you, that's how. So, my essential work in the last 20 years has been with leadership, various levels of leadership, business leadership, bureaucratic leadership, and social leadership and political leadership. My work has been largely to move people from their personal ambitions to a larger vision. Because what ambition means is, you have tweaked up your desire, but you have not tweaked up your competence. You don't have to worry about tweaking your desire. Human beings should only focus on tweaking their competence. But right from their childhood, I don't know what you're telling your children, right from their childhood, in every family, they're telling them, you must become this, you must become that. No. You must only see how a child is empowered by competence and knowledge and capability. When this capability is there, he will do whatever is needed. No, no, I'm already decided this is what I will do. Nobody needs it, it doesn't matter. This is what I will do. So right now, I was just joking with them, you know, we are running crematoriums in India because I saw that they were in such a bad shape. So we took that up. It's an important service because everybody dies one day and the way it happens there is so clumsy. So I thought, I'll take this most unpopular thing. They said, Sadhguru, why have you taken this? This is not good, this is very negative. So I said, see, if you go like this, I'm going to brand it. Isha crematoriums, everybody is a customer.
Did they then stop bothering you?
See, we have decided what is better than something. Once you do this, I must tell you this. When my girl was growing up, she traveled with me wherever I went and even as an infant. One thing I told everybody is, don't anybody try to teach her anything. No ABC, no 1, 2, 3, no languages, no what is right, what is wrong, don't teach her anything. Just leave her alone. I made sure she was exposed to every kind of people. I stayed in the poorest of homes, you know, in tribal huts. I stayed in the best possible homes in the world, all kinds of things, which gave her a sense of balance about people. Even today, anywhere you put her, she's just comfortable. With so much ease with any class of society, she managed. And I made sure nobody teaches her anything. So when she was around 13 years of age, she came up to me and she was emotionally disturbed about something. So she came up to me and said, you're teaching everybody something, not telling me anything. I wanted that moment to come. I didn't want to be a teacher to her. So I said, see, this is all you have to learn. This is all. Never look up to anybody. She looked at me. I said, even me. Never look up to anybody. Never look down on anybody. This is all. Once you don't look up to anything, nor look down on anything, you will see everything the way it is. When you see everything the way it is, you will navigate through this life effortlessly. The moment you look up to something, you will exaggerate it. When you look down on something, you'll exaggerate the negative about it. If you don't look up or look down, you will see everything just the way it is, and that's all that's needed. For every solution, for every problem that is there, to find solutions, all that is necessary is we are able to see it just the way it is. But right now, we are thinking our problem is of our politicians. No, no, that politician was just one of us yesterday. Today, he's taken the trouble of getting there. You sat in the comfort of your home and commenting endlessly. You're a running commentary about everything.
Right.